These vacations always go by so quick. So that's the only bad part. But that's okay, because we still have like, almost 30 hours left, so. Good morning. We are walking to the Skyliner because we're going over to Caribbean Beach to have breakfast with the rest of our group before they leave today. We have one more day, so we're gonna probably hang out at Magic Kingdom at first and then see how we feel to hop around or come back to the hotel and swim or whatever. But yeah, these vacations always go by so quick. So that's the only bad part. But that's okay, because we still have like, almost 30 hours left, so. We'll talk soon. Walking up to the Disney Skyliner at the Hourglass Lake Station. This station is between Disney's Pop Century and Disney's Art of Animation resorts. They share it. And it connects directly to Caribbean Beach at the hub, the Riviera Resort, and then also has legs to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. So it makes getting around pretty convenient, and I actually like it because it's kind of like the first ride of the day, you know? So, yeah.
The Skyliner directly connected us to Caribbean Beach, where we met up with my sister-in-law, her husband, and my nephew Dexter, who were packing up their room. We helped them finish up collecting their stuff, and then they went and stored their stuff at Bell Services. We decided to just have breakfast at the Centertown Marketplace, which is Caribbean Beach's like food court, quick service restaurant, and we stayed with them until they got on the Magical Express to go back to the airport. And from there, Carlos, my mother-in-law, and I went to Magic Kingdom. Upon entering Magic Kingdom, we went directly over to Tomorrowland because we hadn't really done that much of that land when we were there earlier in the week. One of the things we didn't get to do was Space Mountain, so we wanted to make sure, since that's such an iconic e-ticket attraction, that we got a ride on that. And to no surprise at this point, my mother-in-law really liked it. And after hanging out in Tomorrowland for a little bit, we got hungry, so we decided to make our way over to Adventureland to get some food from Pecos Bill's.
So we are at Magic Kingdom and we decided to stop in for some lunch at Pecos Bill's. I got the fajita, I got the fajita plate. As someone who comes from a place where Mexican food is pretty plentiful, I know that my palate is a little bit ruined when it comes to like theme park Mexican cuisine, but I will say it's pretty edible. I mean, it's not like the worst plate of food I've ever had. I've actually been to fancier places that have had worse food than this, so you know, not a bad option if you're craving a little bit of Southwest flavor while you're at Magic Kingdom. We'll talk soon.
We ended up skipping Jungle Cruise because the line was just too long, but we did get a good ride on Pirates of the Caribbean, and after that we made our way over into Frontierland to ride Big Thunder Mountain. When we got off Big Thunder Mountain, we had intended to do Splash Mountain, but that also had a really long line, so we decided to just go to the main Emporium to do some shopping, but we didn't quite find everything we were looking for there, so we decided we should go over to Epcot to look in the Creation Shop, so we made our way over to the monorail station. And if you're not sure how to get on the Epcot line, you have to first get to the Transportation and Ticket Center. So we took that first monorail there, and then we got on the second monorail in the adjacent station that took us to Epcot. And honestly, since Epcot's kind of far away, it's a pretty cool ride.
Hi friends, so we made it to Epcot. We took the monorail, which we've never done before, as far as, you know, coming from Magic Kingdom to Epcot via the monorail. Pretty cool experience. I love the way it passes through and gives you like a full 360 kind of view of Epcot as you're coming in. One thing I will say though is just before we left Magic Kingdom, we were trying to get a couple of souvenirs, and we went to the checkout at the main emporium at Magic Kingdom, and the girl wouldn't allow us to have the annual pass discount because apparently policy is that whoever owns the annual pass is the one that has to pay, or like the payment method has to match their like name or whatever. So just a heads up on that. You may or may not have issues with your annual pass if you get one. You know, I paid $1,500 for it. You think I'd be able to reap the benefits to the full extent, but you know, I mean, I get it. People take advantage, and so they have to be, you know, kind of harsh about certain things, and we just ended up at the right cast member doing their job correctly or enforcing the rules or whatever, and it became a bigger deal than it needed to be. But you know, that's like I always tell people, it's gonna be like, you're gonna come here and there will be glitches. You know, it's not gonna be this perfect dream vacation that you've been planning for months and months. You kind of have to just go with the flow and roll with the punches sometimes. We're gonna finish out the last few hours and have a good time and try not to let this little stuff get to us. But we'll talk soon.
After Epcot, we made our way over to Disney Springs because we had a dining reservation at Raglan Road. Raglan Road's actually a favorite of mine. It's one of the first restaurants to ever open at Disney Springs, and I'm just a huge fan of that Irish pub kind of vibe, and they also have really good food. I almost always get the shepherd's pie, and I also love that they have beer flights. When we got back to Pop Century, we decided to walk through the gift store there because we hadn't really done that yet, and Carlos and his mom wanted to make sure that they got everything they possibly could want before they left the next morning. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. Comment down below letting you know of what you think of our trip, as this was the last official day for us. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you all have a good night.